the KMNN studios, this is the Kids Morning News Network.
Good morning, it's June 3rd, 2024. Welcome to a fresh new week here on the Kids Morning News Network. I'm Alex in the KMNN studio in New York. American Abby Lampy from North Carolina has earned a place in the record books. In England, the 23-year-old is now a two-time winner of a world-famous, death-defying sporting event that has been held since the 1800s, the Cooper's Hill Annual Cheese Rolling Competition. Yes, cheese rolling. But if you're picturing something like rolling up string cheese on a lunch tray, oh no. In this cheese rolling competition, people break bones. People get knocked out. They race 2 football fields down a hill so steep you'd have to use your hands to climb it. The local ambulance service says it's so dangerous they refuse to come and stand by to help anyone who gets injured. And yes, competitors do it all while chasing an 8-pound wheel of cheese. It's about the size of a hubcap. No one knows exactly why people started chasing cheese. It may have been for good luck. In any case, the competition caught on. The cheese is what's known as Double Gloucester. It's a strongly flavored cheese that not everyone has a taste for, though I should mention that Double Gloucester is always welcome here in the KMNN newsroom, and if Abby has any leftovers, we'd be glad to take them off her hands. So what is the winning strategy that has propelled Abby to 2 cheese rolling wins over the past few years? She says she just started rolling and tumbled her way to the bottom. Seems like this might be a good sport for clumsy people. Where do I sign up? Breaking space news this morning. First, the Starliner spacecraft that was supposed to blast off on Saturday after weeks of delays is delayed again. The launch was put on hold just 3 minutes before liftoff. They're working to figure out what happened and when they can try to launch again. The next available launch time would be Wednesday, so we'll keep an eye on Starliner. A Chinese spacecraft that launched last month has landed on the dark side of the moon. Now, if this mission is successful, it will become the first spacecraft to bring back rocks and soil from the moon's shadowy side. The dark side of the moon is the side that faces away from Earth. It's not really dark all the time. It gets plenty of sunlight, but it does always face away from us because of something called tidal locking or synchronous rotation. We always see the same side of the moon. The moon's rotation, the way it spins, is perfectly matched to its orbit, the way it goes around the Earth. The people started calling the dark side because when we see a full moon, the other side is dark. Now, the so-called dark side, and really it's just the far side, is tough to explore because since it's always facing away from Earth, it's really hard to get radio signals to it. But some scientists think that that's exactly why it would be a good place for a radio telescope. Less interference. And there might even be some elements over there that we could mine for use in a moon base. China landed another spacecraft on the dark side in 2019, the only other spacecraft to ever successfully land there. This new mission is scheduled to return to Earth with its historic cargo later this month. It's riddle time. Friday's riddle was, what kind of building has the most stories? Answer, the library. All right, today's riddle, when is a door no longer a door? When is a door no longer a door? I will give you the answer on Wednesday. All right, and the weather, today's rain will be in the northwest central states and Florida, though the Chesapeake Bay area could get some showers too. It could be windy up in the northwest along the Rocky Mountains, and overall a bit cooler than it has been for the past several days. One more space story for today. On this day, June 3rd, 1965, astronaut Ed White became the first American to walk in space. He was flying on the Gemini 4 mission with another astronaut, Jim McDivitt. The Gemini 4 capsule was about the size of the front seats of a small car, and they were in it for 4 days. No wonder he wanted to go out for a walk. This spacewalk came 3 months after a Soviet cosmonaut made the first spacewalk in history. At the time, America and the Soviet Union, which was controlled by Russia, were trying to outdo each other in space. It was called the space race. After having some trouble getting the hatch open, Ed White floated out of the capsule on a 24-foot tether. He stayed out for over 20 minutes, about 10 minutes longer than he was supposed to. He loved it. He called getting back into the capsule the saddest moment of his life. And then Ed and Jim just had to kind of drift around the Earth for the next 2 days because they didn't have much fuel left, and their computer died. But it all ended well. They splashed down into the ocean as planned and got home safely. So happy spacewalk anniversary, everyone. And that's the show. Thank you very much for listening. Please give this episode a like on your podcast app and subscribe to the Kids Morning News Network and spread the word. Grown-ups, if you'd like to become a supporter, there is a link in the episode description. I'll be back on Wednesday, and I hope you are too. From the KMNN Newsroom, this is Alex signing off.